In this video, I'll explain to you some key features from my resume which helped me secure a job at Goldman Sachs. You can see from your screen right now, this successful career strategy has worked for myself in securing jobs and interviews at HSBC, Goldman Sachs, Morgan Stanley, JP Morgan, and many other companies, which has been quite good for myself, of course, and also many of my clients when they're applying for hedge funds, private equity firms, management consultancies, and so on. And you can see here, it's also worked for myself when, as you can see, my job offer from Goldman Sachs on the left, my JP Morgan job interview, same thing with Citi and Credit Suisse. It's worked consistently to secure job interviews. So stay tuned, I'll explain to you a bit more details on this. So what I'm going to take you through is some examples which explain to you, how to perfect that work experience section of your CV. That's something I focused on, and it really helped me stand out from the competition when it came to writing my CV and getting a job interview from Goldman Sachs. So this is loosely based on my own CV when it came to getting a job at Goldman Sachs. I would summarize my experience from previous banks in quite simple, straightforward way that would help myself stand out from the competition. So in this example, you can see here, this is about a previous experience working at Barclays as a quant analyst in the sales and trading division. And it mentions primarily focused on enhancing algo trading strategies for the emerging markets desk to effectively manage volatility, successfully streamline the automated trading flow for Southeast Asia markets, and resolved best execution issues as part of a 3-month targeted project. So what can we learn from this? Now, firstly, what you need to do is be able to focus on mentioning specific projects you worked on, any key technical skills you have, any goals you achieved within a timeline, any project work you've done. So that's what this example does quite well, right? This person worked at Barclays, it's a top bank, that's going to help their CV, of course. Working on algo trading strategies, which is a highly technical type of trading using coding. And lots of kind of technical skills are required, so they're implying that through this example. They're mentioning working with volatile markets in emerging markets. So if you don't know, working in emerging markets, that is developing economies like South Africa, China, India, Latin America, places like that. So if you can trade there or effectively, showing you have good skills of dealing with volatile markets that are not stable, financial markets that are not stable compared to developed markets in the West. So it's quite a good skill to demonstrate in a short format, as you can see on this CV. Streamlining the automated trading flow, which means making trading, which is automated through the company's systems, quite efficient. And working on best execution, which is effectively giving good pricing for clients within a 3-month targeted project. So what are they trying to say here in this good example here, which I say is loosely based on my CV that helped me get a job at Goldman Sachs? What you're saying is I'm good at doing things in a timely manner. I have technical skills. I can work with quite unpredictable markets. I can do things in a tight time frame. These are all types of things you can apply in with a well-written CV. And that can help you secure a job at Goldman Sachs, as it did for me. What type of details should you include in your CV work section? Of course, some of the basics should be included. Firstly, list the jobs you've worked at from most recent to oldest. So the most recent job will be at the top, and then you can go back throughout your work history as you go throughout the CV. Starting with your most recent job at the top of your CV, mention your start date, leave date, job title, company name, kind of the obvious things there. And also mention any qualifications you obtained as part of the job. For example, becoming a qualified chartered accountant or something like that. And then in terms of, if you're looking for what you should describe in your CV, because sometimes it's not absolutely clear, you might think, should I say everything I've done, just focus on some key projects? Focus on your key responsibilities, because in the job interview, when they ask you questions about your CV, they'll want to listen to you elaborate about what you've actually done. So you should mention your responsibilities in detail, 3 main responsibilities, your key skills in relation to some of your achievements, so what you're responsible for, what skills you developed and used to achieve some big goals. That's the way you should approach it. Now, you should also focus on your achievements, of course, as I mentioned. So working as part of a major team like an FX, foreign exchange, emerging markets trading team, generating investment ideas, achieving the annual revenue target. All these things show you have a good skill set. You can work with others. You can achieve financial goals for the company. And as you can see, that's a very short sentence, but it's implying a lot of good skills, teamwork, financial technical skills, working well with others, being able to achieve, as I say, financial targets. So you can do it in quite a short few sentences. You don't need to make it super long on your CV. And then focus on your developments. How did you develop in the role? That's what they'll want to see. How did you grow in the role? Did you become more qualified? Did you complete a qualification? Did you get promoted? And if you get promoted during the job, you should also mention that in job interviews, because it shows you can really grow and develop your skills. Did you increase your responsibilities? Did you work well with others? All these things are quite important to say and state in terms of your skill set and how you can grow and develop in your next role. So you're showing that you're on a consistent path to growing in your professional career path. Now, any other skills you may have developed which are quite unique are good to say. So maybe you have any system skills, because this is good because it shows you don't need to be retrained in a new role. You can already use maybe the Bloomberg terminal to look up technical trading details and trading graphs. Maybe you have good skills in Excel in doing financial forecasting, financial modeling, like the discounted cash flow model. All these type of things are good to show. Having those type of system skills and mentioning those are good. So here's the final example we'll just talk through, right? So we have this example, again, loosely based on my CV, that secured a job at Goldman Sachs. This individual worked at Ernst & Young, and it mentioned they have skills in processing accounts for major banking clients, organizing efficient workflows for checking analysis, collaborating with the audit team, and producing proposals for clients ahead of regulatory changes. So what's so good about this particular work experience section? It's showing that they're good at being able to do the role, which would be processing accounts, working with major banking clients so they can manage large accounts. They can do work in an efficient way. They can collaborate with other teams. So they're good at doing project work with other teams. In this case, it's the audit team. And then also keeping up to date with the industry changes, which is accounting regulatory changes. So you can see in just 3 lines, right, 2.5 lines, they've demonstrated a bunch of different skills, which the hiring manager and the recruiter or HR contacts will be able to pick up on and invite you for a job interview. So there you have it. It's quite simple, right? So if you want to write a resume to impress management when it comes to getting jobs at Goldman Sachs or other top banks, when it comes to the work experience section, what you should learn is some of the basics. Start with the most recent experience and then take it down in terms of other levels of experience and previous work experience you have. Mention the basics, your start and leave date, the job title, the company name, the qualifications you developed, your top responsibilities, skills, achievements, any other developments you have, any technical system skills. All these things are quite important to do and quite easy to do, I would say. So just bear that in mind. If you have any questions, leave a comment for me in the description. Thanks for listening, and I'll see you in the next video. There are 2 recommended videos on your screen right now, a free ebook in the description, and leave a comment if you have any questions, and I'll see you next time.